that reflect upon before whom you're going to have to give a din v'cheshbon, before whom you're destined to give a future account and a reckoning. And who is that? Lifnei Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, before the Supreme King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He. There's a story which is told in Talmud Brachot about Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. Remember that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai is the great man who saves Judaism rather. He escapes out of the city of the besieged city of Jerusalem, and he appears before Vespasian and subsequently before Titus, and he's able to save the sages and sets up in Yavne. He's a great man. He's the teacher of that whole generation. And on his deathbed, his disciples come to visit him, and he begins to weep. And the students are perplexed. This man who is able to risk his life to confront Vespasian, the man who salvaged Yavne out of Roman destruction, is weeping in the face of death. And so the student said to him, "O light of Israel, our pillar of the right, mighty hammer, why do you weep?" Rabbi Yochanan replies to him, "If I were to be brought before a mortal king of flesh and blood, a king, a person who's here today, but who'll die, who'll be in the grave tomorrow, who if he becomes angry with me, won't be angry forever. If he imprisons me, he doesn't imprison me forever. If he kills me, he can't send me to eternal death. He's the mortal king, and perhaps I could even appease him with a bribe. Even then I would cry. But now that I'm about to appear before the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who lives through all eternity, if he is angry with me, his anger is going to be everlasting. If he imprisons me, it is forever. If he puts me to death, it's a death that is for eternity. And I can't even appease him or bribe him. And moreover, there are two paths which are open before me. One is to Gan Eden, and the other is to Gehenna. And I don't know to which I'm being led. Should I not therefore be crying and weeping? Well, if a saintly person like Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai wept as he stood at the portal of the great unknown, we who are so mediocre and superficial in our lives, shouldn't we also consider before whom we are destined to give an accounting and a reckoning, and to ensure that when that day comes, we can account for ourselves and account for our actions.